y'all understand that genetics does not trump loyalty. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm the one and only Mrs. Rose Wilson, and you have entered Mom Chronicles, y'all. And so I had a whole nother video that I was posting today, but as I get about 20 minutes in between each one of my kids, one leaving to go to school and then me about to wake up the other one, I was doing my own personal social media scrolling, which that's the only time, that's literally the only time I get to do social media. And so for myself, meaning, I just go in there and see what everybody else is doing and what everybody else got going on. So as I was doing that, I saw a video from the Breakfast Club about Eva Marcel and her husband Michael Sterling, and he has given their older daughter, I think her name is Marley, right? Giving Marley, can y'all see me? You can see me. Giving Marley his last name. So they changed her name from McCall because Eva Marcel has a baby by Kevin McCall, right? And as we know, Kevin McCall be turned up in the media. He does have mental health issues as well. But she had a baby. Eva Marcel had a baby by Kevin McCall, but then she married Michael Sterling maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and now she has 2 boys by Michael Sterling as well. And so she changed Marley's last name. And so I guess such a social media, but communities have been in an uproar about this because, hear me out, because they feel like, okay, that's Marley's dad, you taking her dad away from her, yada 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 yada. Now, I'm just throwing this out there. I know someone who had a baby by their now husband, but they were together for like 15, 16 years. So they had a baby, and then she gave that baby her last name. Okay. And then probably about 6 or 7 years, 8 years down the line, they had another baby, and together, same guy. So her 2 children had the same father, and she gave this baby number 2 his last name. And then about 3 years ago, maybe, they got married. After they had been together for about 15, 16 years, they got married. So they are married. She has 2 kids by the same man, right? And her 2 children have different last names. Now, I don't know if they're her oldest daughter, she's, changing that or not. I don't know anything about that part, but that's all I'm saying. Now, everybody's making a big deal about Eva Marcel changing her daughter's last name. This is the thing, though. First and foremost, Kevin McCall is a very interesting being, and I wouldn't want my child, to go to school and be, oh, you Kevin McCall daughter. So that means you crazy, you this, you that, you this, you that. Y'all know kids are being bullied on a regular, especially if you are, if you're in the limelight, if you a celebrity, whatever the case may be. Kids are being bullied. Like, there's a chance that every child in America will be bullied before they turn like 8. And so why I wouldn't want that for my child. Now, I'm not a celebrity yet. Speaking into existence, I'm not a multi-millionaire yet or anything like that. But I will say this though. My situation, I've been with my husband for 11 years. If y'all have not watched my anniversary video, the link will be in the description. It was posted yesterday because yesterday was my anniversary. And my son, or should I say our son, because that's what we say. Our son will be 14 at the end of this month. I came into the relationship with a child by someone else. And now that my son is older, I have 2 kids by my husband. 2 biological children by my husband, and it is very awkward going into meetings and they calling us, Mr. and Mrs., the last name of my son. First of all, that's awkward. Okay. Second of all, my own child has made the comment like, I don't want to be different. I feel singled out. And so, I realized that a lot of kids feel singled out. If their parent, their or their custodial parent, whatever you want to call it, mainly the mamas, because if a female comes in a situation and get married to the man, she automatically gets the name. So no names are different. But if women get married to a man and then they change their last name, and she brought in a child or two children, those other two children feel singled out. That's the honest to God truth. Especially if their biological father is not in their lives. Another situation, I don't know if y'all watch Family or Fiance, but I really love that show. Shout out to my soror, my line sister who put me on there, because we literally binge watched the whole thing when I had the flu. There was this DJ, his name was Dre. I can't remember his wife's name. They were getting married in like a month, and she had two children before she had gotten with him. They had been together about 3 years ish, maybe 3 or 4 years, and her daughter's biological father was not in her daughter's life, and she was also married to him as well. So it wasn't just like baby daddy situation or whatever. Obviously the marriage was not good, which is why they divorced, and she's no longer with him, and now she's married to Dre. As the families were sitting on the couch and came, 3 people from her side, 3 people on your side, 3 people from his side, they talked about how he wanted to adopt her children and change their last name. Now, actually, I don't remember if they talked about changing the last name, but I know they talked about adopting the children. So it may have been both, because if you adopt some kids, you want them to have your last name, regardless if it's like a legal adoption or step parent adoption, whatever. He was like, them my kids. I take them kids to school. I know what their grades is. I know what their teacher's name is. I know how to act. I know when they say, I know all of this. Those are my children, and I'm going to adopt them. And his wife was like, they have no relationship, no connection with their biological father. That pretty much that relationship between her two daughters and their biological father is non-existent. It's broken. And so that's my thing. If your child, and like I said, mainly it's women that, go into this thing, well, I'm going to change my child's last name to be, because she has married someone else. If that's your situation, if that biological parent is not in the picture, and now, pretty much you have created this other family, even though your child's a part of it, your child technically is not a part of it. They don't have the same last name. Obviously they don't have the same looks because genetics isn't there, obviously. But that can create a negative vibes. And I know for me, it is absolutely on the table to change my oldest son's last name and for him to be a Rhodes Wilson, because Rhodes Wilson is who he is. That's my truth. Now, I've been with my husband 11 years. So I've seen, what my husband has done every first day of school, every Christmas. Y'all know that meme where the cat coming, where the cat is standing up and it's like, I throwed up. I know y'all, I'm gonna put a clip of it right here. My husband's the man that's cleaning up the puke while I give the kid a shower. Like, that's the type of man that I have. That even though I do not work, he'll still put the dishes in the dishwasher and help give showers, because he's allowing me to build my brand. Hey. Since you're already watching my video, go down and subscribe. Click that bell so you can be notified. Y'all understand that genetics does not trump loyalty. For me, it doesn't. My husband has been loyal, has been trustworthy, has never lied to me, has been honest every step of the way. Whoever he said he was going to be, and whatever he said he was going to do, he has been that and done that quadruple the times he said he was going to do it. Okay? And so now I know there are very few situations where a girl is being bitter and shicey and shady and cheating, doing all that. But Kevin McCall, let's go back to even Marcel. Kevin McCall is in the media always doing some mess. And I wouldn't want my child connected with that. Okay, yes, I should have known that before I had a child. But then at that point, do I still have my child to deal with that? No. Let's disconnect at least the last name. So at least when you see me, you give me a chance. And so that's what I see. I also see making that child even more a part of the family. Yes, you were born a part of a previous relationship, but you are every bit, that little girl is every bit of Sterling. You know what I'm saying? The female from Family and Fiance, I can't remember her name. Her daughter is every bit of Dre's children. Don't no man do stuff he don't want to do. That's on period, okay? A man steps into the plate because he wants to. A man sees a fatherless child when you don't even have kids, step into the plate and go above and beyond for those children. Now, I believe that if that parent, biological parent, is not in that child's life, financially, whatever, or what if that parent only pay child support only, but they don't talk to that child, they don't know what that child's favorite color, they don't even know what time that child go to bed, don't know what kind of grades they got, none of that. I believe that child deserves to have the name of the family if that family is benefiting that child. Y'all comment down below if genetics trumps loyalty. And I mean, obviously, if the genetics is not being loyal, not doing their part, okay? Genetics does not trump loyalty for me, because I've had people who, obviously I've grown my relationship with, who has no bloodline ties with me, that has been more loyal than my own family have. So you have to understand that for me, loyalty trumps genetics and bloodline any day. Okay, y'all, this is Mom Chronicles 2.0, and y'all be sweet.